Hey, are you looking for an editor for Lubuntu Linux? Just a basic standard text editor? If so, you can check out Featherpad. I'm going to go over in this video how to quickly install it and how to use it. Now, Lubuntu Linux, the most current distribution, Featherpad is not included. Actually, no editor is included when you install, well, at least with the minimal. Actually, the other distributions, it may or may not be included. However, I'm going to still record this video in case you installed the minimal, or in the future they remove it from the distributions. Now, Featherpad is a free open source basic text editor for Linux, Lubuntu, Debian derivation distribution. So all you have to do in order to install it is you must have super user privileges. You could sudo, or you could just su and log in, and then type in this command apt-get for apt-get space install space Featherpad, spelled correctly. I highlighted it. Now, if this video receives enough views on We Censor YouTube, also known as YouTube, I may write a blog post and include it in the description box below. That's it. Now, Lubuntu, this free software, which is just a basic text editor, is still in the repository. In the future, that could change. But for now, all you have to do is type that command in, and then when prompted, type in Y for yes when it asks you if you want to install the software. It's very lightweight, very small, and it's just a standard text editor. I would kind of compare it to, I hate to say this, but that microslop Windblows operating system, one of the worst corporations ever, and who, oh yeah, I can't get into that. I better not discuss that. I'll get censored. This video will get pulled if I dare talk about what Microsoft, what certain nation state they support, and one of their own employees during a gathering, stood up and criticized the CEO, and then that employee got fired. Anyways, I better not talk about the specific. Okay, now it's similar to Notepad. It's just a basic text editor. As you can see, this is hypertext markup language, so you can create and edit hypertext markup language in this editor. If you're a programmer, a software engineer, just a developer, programmer, you code. It depends on the language, but if it's straightforward text like this, you could use Featherpad. You can use it for all kinds of different uses, just basic text files. Maybe you have a grocery list, your wife is about to divorce you, and you have a laundry list of what to do now because you're in deep trouble. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Now, it does have a different mode where the text is white in the back. The black and white duality. I don't know. The Freemasons are obsessed with that, but not me. But you can enable it. It's in the settings. I'm not going to go over that, but it does have a way for you to put it in dark mode. Okay. Now, quickly, in the file menu, it has just some basic options. You can open up recently edited files. You can create a new file, and you can open up an existing file. What else do they have here? You can print, save with encoding. It's very basic. And then when you name it, it will want to name it until all you have to do is just change the name to whatever you prefer, and then add the extension. If it's just a text file, just add, like let's say test.txt. Under the edit, undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, delete, select all. It does have some features that are actually productive. Text tabs to spaces. What you can do is you can highlight text here, right click, and then choose to convert it to all uppercase, or if it wasn't uppercase, to then lowercase, or which some editors don't even have this feature, or you have to dig deep. Bluefish Editor, I don't even think has this feature. What this will do is what I like to do for titles. Let's say this is a title, Hewlett Packard Pavilion 6T, blah, 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 blah. That's just the title of this blog post, this article. You can right-click and choose to start case. What that does, it's already chosen that way because it's a long story, but when I'm a blogger that I've been writing for over a decade, and certain parts of a blog post I will highlight, but not in all uppercase. Each letter of the first word, that's what it does. So that's a feature. What else? It will sort lines reversely. It has a spell checker. I don't use it. It has a dictionary. You can paste the date and time. We can just hit it, create a new line, and click on paste date and time. Also, this has keystrokes too, so you can use your keyboard, which I like. Now, I do have Bluefish Editor, which has all these features, except for it may not have that to start case. I'd have to look into that, because that is productive for me. That saves me time. But instead of using your mouse, if you know and you memorize these keyboard instructions, Control plus Shift plus L, that to me, at least to me, it saves me further time. So some of these options do have you can use your keyboard. All right. What else? Under options, you can select line numbers, which I don't normally enable, but you can. It can help you, if you're coding. Well, what line is that bug on? You know what I mean? What line is that Microsoft DLL, Dynamic Link Library file, have a bug? Oh, well, it's got 1,000 bugs. Oh, my bad. You can wrap lines, automatic indentation, syntax highlighting, encoding. I don't mess with these settings, but you can change the encoding, and even different languages, which I never mess with because, you know what I mean. You can change the font and go into the preferences. It does have a replace feature, which is Control plus R. It has it'll find down here, it'll open up a box, and then if you press Control R, it will then allow, which to me is very, very productive. When I go back and edit blog posts, or even if I'm writing a new blog post and let's say I made a mistake, or I want to replace, and let's say in that blog post is listed 10 times, you can quickly find and replace. What that would do is it would search for, let's say HP was just an acronym, but I wanted it spelled out in full. You just type in HP, and then you type what you want it to replace with, which would be Hewlett Packard, and then bam, and then click on the down arrow on the right hand side. This editor is pretty self-explanatory right there on this double down arrow, and then replace all. Or you could use the F10 key and replace every iteration of the HP with Hewlett Packard. The timer, that's the 8-minute mark, and I don't have much else to cover because this is I like this editor. I've used this for years and years. Yeah, on Microsoft Windows operating system, I would use Notepad, but this actually has some additional features that even Notepad does not have. Well, now on Windows, you could use Notepad++, which would be, to me, very similar to Featherpad, but probably, I used to use Notepad++. It might have additional features. And then under Help. So it's very basic. But since I do handwrite my web pages, hypertext markup language for these videos, then this comes in handy. But for now, I do use Bluefish Editor. But I still keep this around because it has a couple of features here that I use quite often, and it's really lightweight. And adios!